This yellowy-green mineral was first discovered in the rostok factory. If you pour boiling water into it and leave it for a couple of hours, the resulting decoction can alleviate a hangover. It goes without saying that it's a really valuable resource.
Jesse, we have to cook.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. Oh, okay, let's begin with a video and a disclaimer. There's no duping exploit. It's a clickbait title. What is that lag? So if there's a couple more freezes in the footage, it's probably because of alt tabbing. If we alt tab, the game is frozen on stream, so that's why the recording will pause. Aside from that, yeah, there's no duping exploit. 1,000 pickles, 160 pickles every run, about 8 minutes for one run, 8 to 10 minutes. Basically going to go over a couple of tips on pickle farming if you're having trouble farming pickles. These are general tips for NA server if you're on EU or Southeast Asia or any other server. I'm not sure if these will work too well. Apparently EU is more populated, so it's very unlikely you'll get a dead server. So let's go over some important details about farming pickles. Number 1. You're gonna want dead servers. Dead servers make it so that there's less people to worry about. There's less opposing enemies, like opposing members of other factions. So if you come in with a sub-faction, like you're a mercenary or a covenant, or you're a duty or a freedom, you're gonna have to be dealing with the opposite faction plus the bandits on the other side, or the stalkers on the other side. That's why you're gonna want a dead server. NA has 4 active rostok servers at a time usually. You have rostok 4, which is the highest PvP, constantly PvPing in rostok 4. There's always people holding south. There's always like 5 to 8 people fighting each other at the north. You're not going to be able to farm pickles normally. What is your best option if you find yourself in rostok 4? Go do something else. Don't get pickles. Or if you have friends or you can ask around, try to get somebody to invite you over to rostok 1 or 3. 2 is a... 2 doesn't seem to get players often. Most time it's like players getting rostok 1, rostok 3. Rostok 1 seems to have more of the higher geared players, it seems like. Rostok 1 has people with full purple set, you know. They have their cocoon, VSS, Centurion armor set. Rostok 3, sometimes it's just completely dead. There's literally nobody. You can go into the opposite side, clear every single stalker camp, and no one's gonna bother you. There's 0 pings, no beeps at all. You're just dead. So that's what you're trying to look for here. Couple of tips: learn a route. Open up your map and check the stalker camps. The stalker camps will always spawn in the same spot. If you maybe the Stalcraft interactive map has them listed already, but you can essentially just see them just by standing outside of the bar spawn. You walk out of the bar spawn, both sides, bandit side and stalker side, you can see the camps being done on both sides just by being in the middle of the map. It's the same thing as, you know, being in the middle of pit, being in the middle of dump, being in the middle of maybe graveyard, cordon, essentially. You can see all the camps and whether or not they're being done. If you don't see any stalker camps getting activated, but you see other things being activated like protos or dens, more likely than not, there's a stalker over there. If it's a stalker camp being done, it's more likely that it's no, sorry, not a stalker camp, but if it's a camp, if it's like a humanoid camp node that's being done, it's more likely that it's one of your teammates. So for bandits, if you're a bandit, look for stalker camps being done. If no stalker camps are being done, but other things are being done, like protos, There's probably players in the area. You're either gonna get a camp or two and get out, or you're just gonna avoid it all entirely. If you're confident in your PvP, you want to go in there and I try to clear in one direction. So like, come in from the south, leave from the north. Come in from the north, leave from the south. If you get a dead server, you can easily go in from one direction, do an entire loop, and come out the same direction you came in from. So maybe this run might show it, but coming in from the south, you can clear the patrols. You want to clear the patrols. Like these patrols right here, they drop pickles and large pickles too, but they're not marked by a camp. The patrols always spawn in the same spot. Stalker side has 4 patrols that you can knock out. Oh, there's a garage patrol. So there's 5 patrols you can knock out. So 5 patrols plus like the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 stalker camps. So 6 or 7 stalker camps plus 5 patrol spawns. That's like 12. You know, fuck that's 12 hits of pickles if you get a dead server all to yourself. Of course, here it looked like we did have a teammate with us, but he broke off. We went to do patrols on the top right. Yeah, see right here. We meet up with our teammate again. He's not our teammate. He's just a bandit, and he cleared his patrol to our right. Not on the screen. It's behind us now on the screen. He cleared the patrol behind us, but we're clearing the patrol in front. And there's another patrol on the other side of this wall right here, and it doesn't seem like he knows about it. So we go back. Accidentally zone swap, but yeah, right here there's a patrol right here. So patrol right here, another patrol to the east, and then another patrol further east that he cleared out by himself, and then there's another patrol further east that we cleared out when we pointed it out earlier. So that, and make sure you clear your patrols. There's also one more patrol in the garage to the south that people generally snipe at each other from. Those are all the patrols, and then all the camps that you want to do. Not sure about the bandit patrols, but if you're a stalker, just keep that in mind. Try to memorize where the patrols are spawning. They don't roam; they just kind of sit there. And if you're constantly getting rostok 4 and you have no hope of getting out of rostok 4 on NA servers, easy ways to get pickles will be hang around the garage. Really. You know, where people are sniping each other, hang around that area, and whenever the patrols on your side are getting killed by the enemy stalkers, quickly loot them so you can grab the pickles from the patrols. You can't kill your own patrols and take their pickles, but if your patrols are getting killed by enemy stalkers, steal the pickles. If you notice that your side has pushed up a little bit and you have time to get the camps done, go ahead and snatch them. Like these camps right here. If you can see them from far away, kill them, but don't suicide for the box. Maybe push up whenever the box will last 7 minutes, so push up and grab the box whenever the bandits have moved up here and clear out the garage. Because it takes about 40 seconds ish for someone to come from spawn and to get back to the garage. So your goal is to try to grab what you can. Make sure you loot the boxes too, like this barrel right here and the loose boxes. The world containers will have pickle spawns, sometimes large pickles, so pick them up along the way. That's essentially how you want to play rostok bar. Getting a dead server is so free, as you can see here. But yeah, and that's an easy way to get pickles, and that's how we got 1,000 pickles. And well, not in a certain time. This is how we basically got 1,000 pickles. And there you go. Pickle farming.